This video is about nutrition, health, and fitness. It's real simple. There's no secret. I would highly advise against you taking anything as far as any type of supplements or those nutrition centers because multiple vitamins are just poison for the body. Anything that they make is poison. If it comes from man, it's poison. If it comes from God, it's good. There's an old saying: if it comes from a plant grown in the ground, from God, it's good. If it was made in a plant, meaning like a factory, from man, it's poisonous. It's just that simple. That's why they're telling you this. Researchers from this university of such and such just did studies saying that strawberries are poisonous. Take our chemicals; they're much better for you. And people listen to this nonsense. All you have to do is eat 6 to 8 small meals a day, highly nutritive, drink a lot of water, eat right, exercise, don't drink, smoke, or do drugs. If you drink, I don't drink, but if you casual drink once in a while, nobody's going to, say anything. A little bit of wine now and again, I guess that's okay for people that like that stuff. But the thing I advocate is get into vegetable juicing, not a blender, not a blender, vegetable juicing. You need a vegetable juicer. You can see them sometimes when they take the vegetables on the top and you can see the juice shoot out and the pulp shoot to the back. That's what you get into. There's really a lot of great books. There's a book I have. It's called Juicing for Life. It's like 25 years old. Very old book. You can still find it on Amazon. It has tons of recipes. Not just for juicing, also for hair loss. There's quite a few things you could do for hair loss. First off, you have there's one that I used when I got sick once and I was starting to lose my hair. So what I did was I read the recipe from the book. There's two things. You could take fresh ginger and juice it, put it in your scalp, leave it in for an hour, and then rinse it out. It invigorates the scalp. It promotes circulation. It clears out the follicles. It's very, very beneficial. Eating raw cloves of garlic with whenever you have acid reflux, you take a raw clove of garlic, you start chewing on it, and you drink apple cider, not apple juice, and not apple cider vinegar, which is good for you too. Apple cider, raw organic apple cider vinegar is very good to stop acid reflux. But if you're looking to instantaneously stop acid reflux, you just take a raw garlic clove, you chew it, and you drink the apple cider. That's the dark brown stuff. And the two work in tandem, and it'll stop your acid reflux in seconds. That's something they won't tell you. But back to the hair loss. You use fresh pieces of ginger that you've just juiced, you put it in your hair, leave it for an hour, rinse it out with warm water. But the one I did was I used vodka and red cayenne pepper. I took a bottle of vodka and I took 8 ounces of red cayenne pepper. And I poured the vodka into a container. I poured the pepper into the same container and I let it sit. Each day you shake it for once a day. And then 2 weeks, you have what they call liquid capsaicin pepper. Now what you do is you take a woman's stocking over a funnel and you filter out the pepper. So all you get is the pure liquid capsaicin. Now what you do is you just put that in your hair once a day for an hour and you leave it there and then you rinse it out with warm water. And within 6 weeks, your hair will come back because what's happened is your hair is trapped underneath the follicles from all that commercial shampoos and conditioners you're using, which are garbage. I mean, they will make you bald. Never blow dry your hair because the heat of a blow dryer is something like almost 190 degrees at the tip. You're literally frying your scalp. And wearing baseball hats is the worst because what you're doing is it's like taking a string and tying it at the end of your finger. That's why it turns all kinds of colors because you're cutting off the circulation of the blood and the circulation of the flow of air. Baseball hats are the worst. Blow dryers are the worst. Commercial shampoos and conditioners are all garbage. They have phosphates and chemicals and all these additives that just ruin your scalp. And then your follicles get clogged with that stuff and the hair can't come through. It's trapped. So what the vodka and the red cayenne pepper do is it clears out those follicles and allows the hair to grow again. So that's just one of the things I did. Of course, it's also, you don't just do it topically. This is also addressed internally. So you have to eat right and exercise and just eat good foods. Stay away from processed foods, processed sugars, fast foods, trans fats, saturated, all that stuff. HDL is very good cholesterol. LDL is the bad. But you have to just use your own discernment with this stuff. Just be fit in some sense. You take a walk outside, exercise bike, treadmill. If you got like something like the Total Gym, like that, that's very good. You could do a lot of exercises with that. It's just all about showing respect to yourself. You have to respect yourself. This is where it all falls back on self-love. How you treat yourself is a very expressive energy of how you will treat the rest of the world. In most cases, but some cases people treat themselves horribly, but they treat other people with such kindness and respect. It confounds me. I don't get it. But the whole premise of this video is health and fitness and nutrition. Just eat right, exercise, and whatever it comes from nature is good for you. It's just really common sense. That's really what it is. 6 to 8 small meals, like small bowls, at least like once every hour and a half, 2 hours. A lot of water. That 3 meals a day is nonsense because your body can't assimilate those gigantic meals. So anything that the body cannot assimilate, meaning digest, it gets stored as body fat. So you're defeating the purpose. And don't starve yourself because that's not good for you either. If you want to do fasting or something, I mean, that's a personal journey. I don't really follow that stuff. I've done it in the past. There's really no benefit to it. But anyway, this is just a reminder that vegetable juicing is paramount. Also get a wok with bamboo steamers and steam your food. Steaming is the second best way to have vegetables, but it's the best way to prepare your meats. Yeah, and just, you can pan sear things in the wok. Stir fry them is very good. It's all about the oil that you're using. Olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, very good. And also a shampoo that's good for your hair that I use is Dr. Bronner's Peppermint and Hemp. And what I do is I put olive oil in it as a conditioning agent, and I do it once every almost 2 weeks. That's what I use. You can get it online, Dr. Bronner's. I'm not promoting it. I'm not getting paid for this stuff. Not at all. I'm just saying what I use. I don't use commercial stuff because Dr. Bronner's is just pure liquid Castile soap with peppermint and hemp, and you could put rosemary oil in it. You could put castor oil in it. You could put mineral oil in it, but I use olive oil because rosemary oil is very expensive, but it is so good for your hair. Rosemary oil, just drops of it in your head and you massage it in your scalp. It's so good. Then you get nettle tea, Nettle, nettle tea. You can drink that. It's very good for promotion of hair growth. What I did was I just put the tea in hot water and I just ate the leaves raw. And that was so good for my hair because I was using commercial shampoos and conditioners and I was losing my hair. And I was just like, this is ridiculous. I was using Garnier Fructis and Pantene and all. It's all junk. Anything that they sell in those stores is all poison, whether it's something you're going to eat or your shampoos and conditioners and body washes. It's all poison. The whole system is poison. But yeah, I mean, you just have to create your own exercise system. How many days a week you could do it, what time you have allotted that you're free from not working and you're not busy. And, treadmill sometimes is the best thing to do. And you have a little routine that you do for yourself, a little circuit training or something, chest, back, biceps, abs, legs, forearms, whatever. Make up whatever kind of routine you have. I don't go to the gym because I don't like being around public facilities. To me, seeing all that equipment's like a public toilet or a public telephone. They're all on it. People are sweating all over that stuff, and I'm not going to get on that. Besides, being around people, it's just like, especially in an environment in a gym, it's really not conducive to being positive because it's so much adrenaline and so much ego going on, and it's just not it's not a positive environment for me. Absolutely not. I think I went there once when I was a kid. I didn't care for it. Absolutely not. But yeah, I mean, you could do everything from home. It's real simple. Even if it just means you go for a walk for half an hour around your neighborhood, do that as much as you can. The best thing to do because your metabolic rate starts to slow down because human beings are diurnal. They're primarily not nocturnal creatures, so it's best to start to kick out. The best thing you do is have carbs in the morning, and you have to have a balanced diet, oils, fats, all of it. You have to incorporate all of it. It's best to have carbs earlier when you use that as fuel to burn it off in your workout as opposed to later on when the body's going to store it as fat because your metabolic rate starts to decline during the evening hours. It starts to slow down. So your last meal should be about 8 o'clock. And then maybe like an hour before bed, you get a small bowl of like low-fat cottage cheese with some fruits or such like that. But yeah, I mean, it's really simple, to take care of yourself. You just have to want to do it. Eat right, exercise, stay in shape. It's all about the mindset and the state of being and everything else. It's all in there. You have to want it, like anything else that you desire. If you have to want to be in shape and healthy and fit and wellness and all that beautiful stuff, and just respect yourself, and formulate your own system, what that means to you as far as a workout regimen or routine, and just, start today. There's no time like the present, man. That's just so true. Me personally, I avoid gyms for a lot of reasons. The people's energy there, it's just too competitive, too argumentative. I've gotten into some things where if you go use a piece of equipment, you get yelled at, or somebody with gigantic muscles is looking to start a fight. It's too much macho bravado and all that nonsense for me, man. Way too much. But this video is just a reminder that you can formulate your own system. You could start right now. Any change is a change for the better as long as things aren't staying the same. So it doesn't, like I said, you're a master manipulator, of energy. Your energy, everything is energy. So you can not only manifest, objects and people in your life, you could manifest a different life as far as anything that you want it to be. If you're not happy with what you see, only you have the power to change it. That's pretty much the bottom line. But anyway, peace, be well, and health, wealth, happiness, and prosperity to you and your family. God bless.